The Milky Way Galaxy is a galaxy that includes our solar system. With the name describing the galaxy's appearance from the Earth, it is a hazy hand of light seen in the night sky formed from the star's outer bands of the galaxy, which are so far away that they cannot be individually distinguished by the naked eye. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy with a diameter of 87,400 light years, and it is about 1,000 light years thick at the spiral arms and much thicker at the center bulge. Recent simulations suggest that a dark matter area also containing some visible stars may extend up into the diameter of almost 2 billion light years. The Milky Way has several satellite galaxies and is part of the local group of galaxies forming part of the Virgo supercluster, which is in itself a component of the Lagnac supercluster. It is estimated to contain 100 to 400 billion stars and at least that many number of planets. The solar system is located at a radius of about 27,000 light years from the galactic center, on the inner edge of the Orion Arm, one of the spiral-shaped concentrations of gas and dust. The galactic center is the intense radio source known as Sagittarius A, a supermassive black hole of 4.100 million solar masses. The oldest stars in the Milky Way are nearly as old as the universe itself, and thus probably formed shortly after the dark ages of the Big Bang. Galileo Galilei first resolved the band of light into individual stars with his telescope in 1610. Until the early 1920s, most astronomers thought that the Milky Way contained all the stars in the universe. Following the 1920 great debate between astronomers Harlow Shapley and Herbert Dust Curtis, observation of Edwin Hubble in 1923 showed that the Milky Way is just one of many galaxies. The Milky Way is visible as a hazy band of white light, some 30 degrees wide, arcing in the night sky. Although all of the individual naked eye stars in the entire sky are part of the Milky Way Galaxy, the term Milky Way is limited to this band of light. The light originates from the accumulation of unresolved stars and material located in the direction of the galactic plane. Brighter regions around the band appear so soft that visual patches known as star clouds. The most conspicuous of these is the large Sagittarius star cloud, a portion of the central bulge of the galaxy. Dark regions within the band, such as the Great Rift and the Coal Sack, are areas where the interstellar dust blocks light from the distant stars. People from the southern hemisphere, including the Incas and the Australian Aborigines, identify these regions as dark cloud constellations. The area of the sky that the Milky Way obscures is called the zone of avoidance. The Milky Way is a relatively low surface brightness. Its visibility can be greatly reduced by background light, such as light pollution or moonlight. The sky needs to be darkened in order for the Milky Way to be visible. Maps of the artificial night sky brightness show that more than 1/3 of the Earth's population cannot see the Milky Way from their home due to light pollution. As viewed from Earth, the visible region of the Milky Way's galactic plane occupies an area of sky that includes 30 constellations. The galactic center lies in the direction of Sagittarius, where the Milky Way is brightest. From Sagittarius, the hazy band of white light appears to pass around the galactic anticenter of Auriga. The band then continues the rest of the way around the sky, back to Sagittarius, dividing the sky into two roughly equal hemispheres. The Milky Way arch may appear relatively low or relatively high in the sky depending on the time of the year. And for observers in latitude approximately 65 north to 65 south, the Milky Way passes directly overhead twice a day. The Sun is near the inner rim of the Orion Arm, within the local fluff of the local bubble between the Radcliffe wave and the split linear structures. Based upon studies of stellar orbits around Sagittarius A, the Sun lies in an estimated distance of 27,000 light years from the galactic center. The Sun is currently 5 to 30 parsecs, or 16 to 98 light years above or north of the central plane of the galactic disk. The distance between the local arm and the next arm out, Perseus arm, is about 2,000 parsecs, or 6,500 light years. The Sun, and thus the solar system, is located in the Milky Way Galactic habitable zone. There are about 208 stars brighter than the absolute magnitude of 8.5 within this sphere and within the radius of 15 parsecs, or 49 light years from the Sun, giving a density of 1 star per 69 cubic parsecs, or 1 star per 2,360 cubic light years. In the entire sky, there are about 500 stars brighter than the apparent magnitude of 4, but 15.5 million stars brighter than the apparent magnitude of 14. The apex of the Sun's way, or the solar apex, is the direction the Sun travels through the local standards of the rest of the Milky Way. The general direction of the Sun's galactic motion is towards the star Deneb, near the constellation Cygnus, at the angle of roughly 90 sky degrees to the direction of the galactic center. The Sun's orbit about the Milky Way is expected to be roughly elliptical, with an additional protuberance due to galactic spiral arms and non-uniform mass distributions. In addition, the Sun passes through the galactic plane approximately 2.7 times per orbit. This is very similar to how oscillator works with the no-drag force term. It takes a solar system approximately 240 million years to complete one orbit of the Milky Way, a galactic year. So the Sun is thought to have completed 18 to 20 orbits during its lifetime. The orbital speed of the solar system about the center of the Milky Way is approximately 490,000 miles per hour. The Sun moves through the hemisphere at 52,000 miles per hour. At this speed, it takes around 1,400 years for the solar system to travel the distance of 1 light year, or 8 days to travel 1 astronomical unit. The solar system is headed in the direction of the zodiac constellation Scorpius, which follows the ecliptic. The Milky Way is one of the 2 largest galaxies in the local group, the other being the Andromeda Galaxy, although the size for its galactic disk and how much it defines the isotopic diameter is not well understood. It is estimated that significant bulk stars in the galaxy lies within 26 kiloparsecs, or 80,000 light years in diameter. There are several methods being used in astronomy in defining the size of the galaxy, and each of them can yield different results with respect to one another. An estimate from 1997 by Goodwin and others compared the distribution of the Cepheid variable stars of 17 other spiral galaxies to the ones in the Milky Way, and modeling the relationship and their surface brightness. This gave the isotopal diameter of the Milky Way at 26.8 kiloparsecs, or 87,400 light years. This is significantly smaller than the Andromeda Galaxy isotopal diameter and slightly below the mean isotopal size of the galaxies, being at 28.3 kiloparsecs, or 92,000 light years. The paper concludes that the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy were not overly large spiral galaxies, nor were among the largest known, the former not being the largest, as previously widely believed, but rather average, ordinary spiral galaxies. A 2020 study predicted the edge of the Milky Way's dark matter halo being around 292 kiloparsecs, or 952,000 light years, which translates into a diameter of 584 kiloparsecs, or 1.95 million light years. The Milky Way stellar disk is also estimated to be approximately up to 1.35 kiloparsecs, or 4,000 light years thick. To compare the relatively physical scale of the Milky Way, if the solar system from the Sun to the Neptune were the size of a quarter, the Milky Way would be approximately the greatest north-south line of the contiguous United States. In other words, this is the length from Maine to Florida, which is approximately 1,592 miles compared to the width of a quarter. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification icon for the latest videos as they are released. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one. Ciao for now.